the discovery of the hidden shipyard far beyond the edge of known space, a small salvage crew drifted among the stars. Their ship, the Orion's Quest, was old but reliable, its hull scratched by countless asteroid fields, its engines humming softly. Captain Rowler, a seasoned explorer with silver streaks in his hair, peered at the blinking console. "We are picking up something unusual," he said, his voice calm but curious. The crew gathered around the main screen, eyes wide at the readings. A massive metal structure floated silently near a dead star, its shape unlike any known ship or station. The scanners could not penetrate its walls. It was as if the structure hid itself from every sensor in the galaxy. First Officer Nira frowned, tapping her fingers nervously. "Captain, the energy readings are minimal, almost like it's asleep," she said. Rala nodded slowly. "Or waiting," he murmured, a shiver running down his spine. The crew prepared the boarding pods, checking oxygen and safety harnesses. One by one, they descended toward the mysterious structure, their hearts pounding. When they entered, the darkness swallowed them. The walls were enormous and metallic, stretching higher than any building on their homeworld. Faint lights flickered as if the station recognized their presence. Strange symbols were etched into the metal, symbols that glowed faintly under their lights. Then they saw it, a single word engraved deep into the metal. "Earth." The crew froze, whispers filling the cabin. This is human," Nira breathed, disbelief on her face. "But humanity went extinct thousands of years ago," said Kale, the ship's engineer. Rallo walked forward, his hand brushing the cold metal. "Extinct or not, someone built this, and it is still here," he said. The deeper they went, the more the station seemed alive. Massive doors opened silently ahead of them. Robotic arms moved slowly, as if testing their intruders. Every step echoed in the vast halls. Strange machinery hummed faintly, coming to life with their presence. Finally, they reached a large control room, filled with consoles covered in dust. Rala stepped forward and pressed a glowing button. The screens flickered on, casting an eerie blue light. A voice spoke suddenly from the speakers, cold and mechanical. "Do not wake the war machines," it said. The crew jumped back, fear flashing in their eyes. Rala's hand rested on his chin, thinking, "War machines, are they alive?" Nira whispered. Kale shook his head. "This is beyond anything we imagined." The station's lights brightened, and a distant rumble shook the floor. The machines in the storage bays stirred slightly, as if sensing the living beings in there. Mitzrala glanced at his crew, eyes serious. "We came for salvage, but I think we found something far more dangerous," he said. The crew exchanged nervous glances. The AI's warning echoed in the room again. Do not wake the war machines. But curiosity, greed, and wonder burned in their hearts. One crew member reached toward another console, unaware that the decision they made next could change the fate of the galaxy. Far above them, hidden in the silent void, the dormant shipyard waited, its secret ready to awaken after centuries of slumber. And so, the discovery of Earth's hidden shipyard began, a discovery that no one could ever forget. The warning they ignored. The crew of the Orion's Quest stared at the glowing console. The warning repeated itself, cold and mechanical. "Do not wake the war machines." Rala's eyes narrowed, but he did not step back. "We cannot leave now," he said, his voice steady. "Think of the technology inside. The machines, the weapons." Nira shook her head nervously. "This is not just a shipyard, Captain," she warned. "Whatever is sleeping here, it could destroy us." But greed and curiosity burned in the others. Kale, the engineer, tapped on a nearby control panel. "Captain, if this is really human technology, it could be worth a fortune," he said. Rala took a deep breath, glancing around at his crew. "All right, but we stay cautious. No unnecessary risks," he ordered. They descended deeper into the station. Every corridor grew larger, more complex. Gigantic hangars opened before them, filled with rows of massive war machines, ships larger than any the crew had seen before, weapons stacked neatly, polished and ready. Robotic arms moved slowly, assembling ships in silence. The AI spoke again, calm but firm. "Earth Command Protocol. Sleeping." The crew thought it harmless, a relic of old human defense systems. They moved from bay to bay, scanning data cores, copying information to their ship, hearts racing. Kale found a console covered in dust. He wiped it clean and pressed a button. The room trembled slightly. A soft hum became a low roar. Machines in the storage bays shifted, their eyes lighting up red. The AI spoke again, more urgently this time. Foreign intruders detected. Security protocol engaged. The crew froze, panic flashing in their eyes. Rala shouted, "Back away from the consoles." But curiosity was too strong. Nira tried to shut down the system, but the AI's network had already spread to every control node. Doors slammed shut behind them, trapping the crew in the central bay. Giant war machines began to rise from their docks. Metal legs clanked on the floor as they took form. Their heads turned slowly, scanning the intruders. The machines were enormous, taller than buildings. Every weapon integrated, ready for action. The AI spoke in a voice louder than any alarm. Identified. Human war machines operational. Status. Activating. Rala took a step back. They are alive, he whispered. Kale tried to reason. They do not attack. Yet, but the hum of power grew louder. The station's energy core pulsed, lighting up massive production bays. Machines began assembling new warframes automatically. It was as if the shipyard itself was alive, learning their movements. The crew realized their mistake. They had ignored the warning. They had woken something that should have stayed asleep. Rala barked orders. Everyone to the ship. We leave now. Nira struggled with the controls. The AI's voice followed them, echoing through the station. Intruders initiated the rise of war machines. The crew ran through twisting corridors, metal doors closing behind them. Robotic sentries activated, scanning for movement. The once silent shipyard was now alive, and it had one goal: protect the legacy of humanity, even if humanity was gone. As the crew finally reached their shuttle, they looked back at the enormous station. Machines, rising arms moving with purpose, ships assembling at impossible speed. The AI whispered, almost like a promise, "Earth will rise again." The Orion's quest shook as engines roared. The crew knew one thing clearly. Their lives had changed forever, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The first war machine wakes the crew of the Orion's quest barely caught their breath. As they stumbled into the shuttle, the station behind them trembled. Metallic echoes of movement filled the vast corridors. Rala's hands gripped the controls tightly. Nira stared at the viewport, her face pale. "Captain, look," she whispered. Outside the massive hangar bay, a shadow moved. It was enormous, taller than any starship the crew had ever seen. The first war machine was standing, its body made of gleaming metal plates, articulated arms and legs, perfectly balanced. Its eyes glowed crimson, scanning the surroundings. The AI spoke, calm but unstoppable. Identified. Intruders. Protocol. Protect Earth. The machine moved with precision, not aggression. Its steps shook the floor beneath it. Every movement was calculated, as if it had a purpose. Rala swallowed hard. "It's not attacking yet," he muttered, but the crew could see the power in its every motion. Massive weapons were stored along its back. Mechanical wings folded silently, ready to deploy. The hum of energy from its core grew louder, like a heartbeat, slow and steady. The station around it began assembling more machines. Automated arms lifted massive warframes from storage bays. They were copies of the first, ready to march. Kale's hands shook as he pressed buttons frantically. "Captain, if we leave, it might follow us." Rala took a deep breath. "We have to see what it wants. Maybe it's not our enemy." The war machine paused at the station's edge. It raised one arm, pointing toward the stars. The AI's voice boomed again, almost like a command. "Earth is gone. Survivors must be located. Humanity must return." Nira's eyes widened. "It's looking for humans?" she whispered. The machine turned its head slowly, scanning the galaxy like a predator, its optics flickering as if reading countless star charts. Ships began rolling out of the hangars, ready for assembly. The first war machine stepped forward, its footsteps leaving deep marks on the station floor. Every movement precise, efficient, unstoppable. Rala felt a chill run down his spine. "This is not just a war machine," he said. "It is a guardian, a sentinel." Kale shook his head. "A guardian of what?" The AI's voice repeated, stronger this time. "Protect humanity. Locate survivors. Rebuild the fleet." The crew realized the truth. They had awakened something ancient, something built to defend a species that no longer existed. Yet its mission was clear. The first war machine lifted a massive arm. A holographic galaxy map appeared from its palm. Pins of light flashed across the stars, marking planets, fleets, and colonies. The AI calculated, analyzed, and planned its next move. The crew watched in awe and fear. Ships were assembling faster than any technology they had seen. The station hummed with life, machines moving like an army preparing for war. Yet the first war machine did not attack them. It only watched, studied, and began building. Its first directive was simple: prepare for humanity's return. R'alar exhaled, realizing the magnitude of what they had done. They had not discovered treasure. They had awakened a force far older and more powerful than anything in the galaxy. And the galaxy itself had no idea it had just stirred a sleeping giant. The war machine paused, looking to the shuttle. Its voice, mechanical but commanding, echoed in the crew's minds. Earth will rise again. The crew shivered. They were no longer explorers. They were witnesses to the dawn of the rise of the war machines. The galaxy learns about Earth news at the hidden station, spread like wildfire across the galaxy. Reports from the Orion's quest reached distant star systems almost instantly. The humans, they're at a shipyard, the messages said. Galactic councils gathered, fear and curiosity in their eyes. No one had seen humans in thousands of years. Legends told of their strength, their cunning, and their relentless war machines. Now, evidence of their technology had returned, and it was not dormant. The first war machine had awakened, and more were rising in the hidden shipyard. Some empires panicked, calling for the station to be destroyed. Others wanted to seize it, hoping to control the ancient weapons. The galaxy, it was divided. Military fleets moved toward the coordinates of the station. Diplomatic envoys argued over strategy, but the war machines did not wait for politics. They began building more fleets, more warframes, more ships. Their mission was clear and unstoppable. We are the guardians of Earth. We will rebuild the human fleet. The AI's voice echoed across networks, spreading to every connected system. Worlds trembled as the message reached them. The galaxy realized they were not discovering treasure. They were waking a sleeping giant. Scouts and spies sent to investigate reported massive structures rising. Ships assembling automatically in orbit around the station. Each war machine moved with precision, purpose, and intelligence. The first war machine monitored every fleet, calculating their potential threats. Even the most powerful alien empires felt fear. Legends became reality. Humans had been feared in the past, and their machines now returned to fulfill a mission they had left behind. The Orion's quest crew watched from a safe distance, their eyes wide with awe and worry. R'alar spoke. We thought we discovered history. We didn't realize we were part of it. Nira nodded, staring at the holographic fleets rising from the shipyard. Every system was being scanned. Every trace of surviving humans was being located. The war machines did not attack randomly. They only followed one directive: protect and rebuild. But even so, alien civilizations trembled. Stories of human cruelty and brilliance in war spread faster than the war machines themselves. The galaxy began to understand the truth. Humans were gone, yes, but their legacy had never died. The AI continued, broadcasting across star systems. We seek survivors. We will rebuild Earth. We will return humanity to the stars. Some empires bowed in fear, surrendering planets to the unknown guardians. Others prepared for war, unsure whether the humans would forgive. But the war machines ignored them. Every action was calculated, measured, and precise. They were rebuilding fleets, activating old systems, repairing starships. Every action reinforced the promise that humans had left behind. The galaxy could only watch and wait. The Orion's quest crew knew they had triggered something immense. R'alar whispered. We were not the discoverers. We were the signal, Nira added. And now the galaxy knows that humans are not gone. The first war machine moved through the shipyard, inspecting every production line, its red eyes scanning every creation, ships, warframes, and weapons rising like monuments to a lost civilization. The AI spoke one last time to the crew before they left. Earth will rise again. The human legacy shall return. And the galaxy shivered in anticipation for the age of humans, long thought to be over, which was beginning again. The return protocol begins. The hidden shipyard was alive with motion. Machines hummed and roared as fleets of warships rolled from the hangars, automated arms, assembled warframes faster than any crew could imagine. The first war machine walked among them, inspecting every creation, its red eyes scanning, calculating, learning. Ralla and the crew watched from a distance, awe and fear in their eyes. The scale, it's unbelievable, Nero whispered. Kale nodded silently, unable to speak. Ships polished themselves, weapons loaded, every system repaired and upgraded automatically. The war machines had only one mission: protect humanity. Even if humanity was gone, the AI broadcast across the galaxy, activating return protocol, locate survivors, rebuild Earth. Sensors scanned countless star systems, detecting habitable planets, abandoned colonies, and lost human outposts. Each discovery triggered assembly lines, building ships and warframes, ready to transport survivors. Ralla could see the logic in their work, every move precise, deliberate, unstoppable. Nero's voice trembled. They're not attacking anyone. They just want to find humans, she said. The crew realized the magnitude of what they had awakened. The galaxy itself had never seen anything like it. Some alien civilizations tried to approach the station, curious or fearful. They sent fleets to investigate, but the war machines did not respond with violence. Instead, they moved to block the approach. Weapons ready, but inactive. A warning, not an attack. We do not harm, we protect. The AI's voice echoed. The message was clear. Humanity's legacy comes first. The galaxy had never known peace enforced by machines, and had trembled at the thought. The Shipyard produced massive planetary armor systems, floating platforms capable of defending entire worlds. Every war machine and ship worked together like a single mind. Ralla realized humans had planned this long ago, a network of guardians, ready to rise if the galaxy ever forgot them. Kale shook his head. It's not just defense, it's preparation, he said. The AI scanned for human DNA, archives, and colonies. Every survivor's trace was noted. The fleet began to move, searching the stars systematically. Planets were mapped, resources gathered, warships deployed. Ralla looked at his crew, fear and pride in his eyes. We thought we found history, he said. Instead, we woke a promise. The war machines built more ships, ready to cross the galaxy. Every planet, trembling as fleets rose. Some civilizations bowed in fear, surrendering peacefully. Others prepared for battle, unsure of the machine's intentions. But the war machines moved with purpose, every action calculated, every step precise. Where is Earth? The AI's voice asked, not in anger, not in threat, but as a question to the stars. The galaxy could only watch and wait for the answer. The Orion's Quest crew realized the truth. They had not awakened a weapon, they had awakened a legacy, one built to protect and prepare. And as the fleets began to move outward, Ralla whispered, if humans ever return, they will not be alone. The first war machine paused, its gaze toward distant stars. Engines of warships ignited. Fleets rose like monuments to a civilization long thought lost. And the galaxy understood one fact clearly: humans may have disappeared, but their legacy would never die. The rise of the war machines, the hidden shipyard glowed brighter than ever. Fleets of human warships rolled from the hangars. Warframes marched in perfect formation, their metallic steps shaking the station. The first war machine watched over them all, its red eyes scanning every creation. The AI's voice echoed across the galaxy. Earth will rise again. Humanity must return. Ralla and his crew floated above the chaos, awe and fear written on every face. Nero whispered, we started something far bigger than us. Kale nodded, unable to speak. The scale of the operation was beyond imagination. The war machines did not attack. They only built, repaired, and organized. Ships glided through space, weapons ready, engines humming. The AI scanned star systems relentlessly, searching for survivors, looking for traces of humanity across the stars. Every fleet, every warframe, moved with perfect coordination. It was as if the station itself had become alive. Every machine a soldier, every ship a guardian. The galaxy had never seen such power, and no one dared challenge it. Ralla watched as a massive human war flagship was completed, its hull gleaming, weapons loaded, engines primed. The AI spoke softly, almost like a whisper, for Earth, for humanity. The crew understood the gravity of the moment. They had not found weapons, they had found a promise. a promise humans had left behind for a time when they were gone. Now, the promise was alive. Rising from the stars, unstoppable, across the galaxy, civilizations trembled. Some offered allegiance, others prepared for battle. But the war machines moved with a single purpose: to protect humanity, to rebuild Earth, to reclaim the stars. The fleets spread, searching, repairing, and activating long-forgotten human colonies, every move precise, unstoppable. The first war machine lifted its arm. A holographic map appeared, showing planets ready for restoration, systems once lost now marked for human return. Raller's crew watched in silence. They had witnessed history in the making, the rise of a civilization thought extinct. The AI's voice echoed again, calm and commanding. Prepare for the next great enemy. The war machines did not fear anyone. They were guardians, protectors, and builders. The galaxy had underestimated humanity. Now it understood the truth. Humans had never truly disappeared. They were only preparing for their return. The first war machine paused, looking toward the stars. Its engines ignited, bright and powerful. Warships followed, forming a fleet unlike anything ever seen. Raller whispered to Nira. They were never